shit to talk about, so I gotta come on here again and talk one more time. You guys know who this beautiful woman is. It's Fantasia Barrino. She was on American Idol when I was in my mid-20s, I believe. And she's married to a black man. She recently made comments just a couple of days ago about submission to her husband and submission in marriage. And, of course, the swirlers got their panties in a tie. And, they got all upset and voiced their opinions against her. Some agreed. Some people agreed. Others disagreed. Those are the swirlers out there, of course. And her and her husband went to social media and addressed it. And when they told the explanation of what submission is to them, it made a lot of sense. Her and her husband are in a loving marriage. He's a very spiritual person, just like her. They make decisions together. Before they decide to do anything, they talk it out and decide together. Okay? Because that's what a marriage is about. You're a team. Okay? They share the financials, the financial stuff, support together. That he supports her, she supports him. They spiritually and lovingly support each other. Okay? That's what a good marriage is. I don't understand what the problem with that is at all. But then again, you see, as much as I called out black men who were swirled, and I called out the black man who got crazy over Demi Lovato a couple of weeks ago, I told about black men that love white women. I have those actually videos privated right now, some of them anyway. I've talked about black men in swirl before. I've done it. So you can never say that I haven't done that. I've been fair on this channel. But when it comes to swirlers, they're so goddamn stupid, just like these men, that I have to talk about them as well, okay? You see, the thing that really kills me, I'm going to make this fast. I don't want to take too much time. I want to get back to my wife. I just had to make this video really quickly. When you swirlers out there are calling black women like Fantasia Barrino a pick-me, it doesn't make any sense, because guess what? A pick-me is someone who's raising their hand and saying, pick me, pick me. Black women like Fantasia Barrino, who already have black men in their lives in a relationship or in a marriage, they don't need to be picked because the black man already has them. She already has her black man. But you dummies out there that listen to these stupid ass channels on YouTube that tell you to be with white men and read books on how to attract them, you're still waiting for that white knight to come and rescue you on his white horse and take you into the sunset. And it's not happening because years are going by and you're still watching these channels. I'm not going to say any names. I'll leave the names out of it this one, okay? You're still watching these channels of these women telling you how to get with a white man, how to attract one, but you still can't snag one. And as far as I'm concerned, when you say pick me, you should look no further than yourself and look in the mirror, because you're the pick me. Because you're the one that's trying to get the white man's attention when he's not paying you any fucking mind. You're the one that's still fucking single, but this woman here is in her marriage with her man, and he's doing the right thing as a man, okay? But you still waiting to get your man. You still waiting to be married. You're still waiting to be picked because you're a pick-me. So a lot of you fucking swirling whores out there need to shut your mouths and understand that when you call the black woman that's with a black man a pick-me, you should be calling yourself the pick-me, because she's not the pick-me at all. She don't need to be picked. She already got her man. You don't have yours. The reason why you got upset with this woman, and the reason why many of you swirling women get upset with black women out of black men, is because they have the relationships that you wish you had with a black man that you couldn't get. Because either you had a bad attitude or he just didn't do his fucking job as the man, one way or the other. But just because your relationship didn't work out and her relationship here or other black women's relationships with black men have worked out, you want to dog them down and make them feel like shit because you couldn't have your fucking happy ending. And it's pathetic and disgusting that we have women that are acting like that. Let alone the fucking men, because I get on them about this shit too. Nobody doesn't get a turn here. I always call people out equally, okay? But I see the hypocrisy. I see it. Just like I call the hypocrisy out in the black men who will excuse certain ghetto behavior by white women, but they won't excuse it when a black woman does it. You white loving females of the black community out here, and I'm not trying to be fucked up, I'm just being real with you on this video. A lot of you black women out here who want to swirl with these white men, if you do get in a relationship with them, you won't call them out for what they do to you. You'll make every excuse in the book of how they treat you like shit. You'll say, oh, he had a bad day. Oh, it's not his fault. Like the black woman that said, oh, my boyfriend is racist because of the Trump era. That doesn't make any sense. The motherfucker was always racist. You just didn't realize it. And I talked about that in one of my videos. But then when the black man treats you like shit, what do? He ain't shit. You don't. They'll call the black man out on what he didn't do today, what he didn't do yesterday. You will never let him live it down. You'll let him know every single day what he did wrong to you, but you will not tell that white man anything like that. You will let him get away with bloody murder, okay? That's why I said a lot of you make me laugh. You swirlers, I kind of pity you because you're a joke. You are. I don't give a shit how much you think because you're seeing some of these mixed couples on TV and advertisements that you're winning. You're not winning, because if you're winning, it will be happening every minute, and it's not happening every minute. And your relationships are not the greatest relationships in the world. Because when you get into a relationship with a man of another nation, you cannot be who you are. You can't go there with that attitude that you have that you give to black men. You can't do that when you're in a relationship with a white man. He's not going to stand for that shit. And if you try to bring that shit over to him, he'll drop your ass like a bad habit. And you're not trying to get dropped when you get picked by those dudes because you think those are angels. Those are supreme beings you being picked by. And then when a black woman like her gets in a relationship, when she's with a loving black man that understands that a man has to lead and also be one with his wife when it comes to certain decisions, you want to down women like her because they're in a positive relationship, a positive black love relationship, and you want to down it because you couldn't have your positive black love relationship. It's pathetic. It really is. Nobody attacks you. We talk about the shit that you do because it's so stupid. That's why. It's just like Chris said, my boy on Black Up In You. You have a hatred not only for black men, but you have a hatred for black women that are with black men. Because you think that because these women are happy, no, it's not even that. It's not even that. You don't like the fact that these women are in relationships with these black men that are making them happy because you were in a relationship with a black man that didn't make you happy. They're having the kind of relationship that you always wanted, and you're angry about that. You can tell me you don't care. You can tell me that's not it. Oh, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. If you didn't give a fuck about black men, you wouldn't talk about them. If you didn't give a shit about the... If this didn't bother you, you wouldn't be calling the sisters mammies. The thing with this, I'm going to end this video in a minute, but the thing that I never understand about swirling black women is that they don't understand that they're ass backwards. They don't understand that. You call these women the names that describe you more than anybody else on this earth. You call women like her pick-me's, but you're trying to get picked by a white man because he doesn't notice you. You got to literally go outside your own goddamn country to get a fucking white man because some of them don't want you right here in America, okay? Then you got to get books on how to act and how to attract them because you can't... Once again, you can't be yourself. I just said that. You can't be yourself because you got to read a fucking book on how to attract those types of men. If you could be yourself, it wouldn't be a problem. So you're reading the book to be somebody who you're not. Okay, let's get that straight. All right? And lastly, you call them mammies. Do you know what a mammy is? A mammy took care of all the needs of a white family when she stayed with them as their maid. Okay? She took care of cleaning, cooking, okay, and of their children. Basically, all the problems that white people had, she took care of it. That describes you to a T because that's what you want to do. You want to do his cleaning. You want to do his cooking. You want to take care and listen to all of his problems. This describes you. So I'm sick and tired of swirling women who have an inkling to date outside their race, calling black women that are with black men mammies, and calling them pick-me's. Because it's not true, and it's incorrect and inaccurate. It does not describe them. It describes you. Get it straight, look into the mirror, and own it. I'm out.